Hey everybody, Garcia here, and today I'm taking a look at an attractive roll and write game with a cute theme. This is Rolling Ranch. A storm has hit your ranch overnight, destroying buildings, allowing your animals to run away. So you are going to be gathering those animals again, reconstructing your buildings, and trying to get the most victory points. Everybody's going to have their own ranch. You are going to be rolling dice, and everyone is going to use that roll to either build buildings or reclaim those animals, all right? So let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. We'll come on back after that. I'll tell you what I think of it. Each player is going to get one of these sheets in which they're going to make all their notes. You're going to get a pencil and a bonus card that you're going to keep hidden from the other players. I'll reveal mine for now just for the explanation. You are attempting to fill in the different pens here with different animals and hopefully build some buildings as well. All of these things are going to give you victory points, and most of those at the end is, of course, the winner. So every round goes like this. Someone is going to roll both dice. All the players are going to use the same roll. So you roll both dice. They are going to have a couple of pieces of information on them. They'll show you an animal, either a chicken, a pig, or a cow, and they are going to have a number. In this case, we got 2 chickens, a 1, and a 6. They are also going to give you possibly building resources in the top corner here. That is lumber or nails. Let's find one of those. There we go. And they might also feature a little heart at the bottom, which is going to be used for breeding of the animals, all right? So let's say this was my roll. I have a die here showing a piggy, a number 4, and a nail, and this one showing a chicken, a 6, 2 planks of wood, and a heart at the bottom. The solitary heart will not do anything, but I've got a few different options here as to what I write on my board. And again, everyone is using the same roll in the game. So I can either put a piggy in a 6, so the one animal on a die using the number on the other die. I can do the reverse of that. I can use a chicken, put a chicken in a 4, or I can not use the animals and simply use the building materials on both dice. So right now I'm going to go ahead and draw a piggy in a 6, all right? So I'd find a 6 in here anywhere I want to, and I'm going to denote that it's a piggy space. They give you right here a little shorthand for denoting the animals. The little chicken is a triangle, piggy is a circle, the cow is going to be a square. So this is a 6 up here. I'll write a circle in there, and that's it for this roll for me. Everybody else will do their own thing, and then we go ahead and roll again. Upon rolling again, this is what I've got. And I'm going to go ahead and put a chicken in 4. So chicken, 4. So I'm going to put the triangle there. And now at the end of this turn, once everyone has taken whatever they'd like, each die shows a heart, so there will be breeding. Let's assume I had taken a chicken the first time as well and I had put it in here. Well, now that breeding happens, I check every pen, and if there are at least 2 in there of a kind, I get another one in that space. And in fact, later on, when I finally fill this in, I'm going to score it. So let's say next roll, I get another chicken, and I get it in the number 3 here. That pen, G, is now complete, and I'm going to write what score I get for it up here in the locations for that. I check the chart right here, and it tells me that for chickens, 4 gives me 7 victory points. And in G, I would write 7 victory points. There we go. Now, you can mix animals, but you're going to get considerably fewer points for that because if I have a mixed group, I'm going to get only a point per animal in there, not this scale that would give me, of course, more points for chickens, a few more points for pigs, and quite a few more points for cows. They are harder to get. So that's the idea. Now, let's talk about the buildings as well. Upon rolling the dice, if you don't want to take the animals, you can choose to take the building materials. So in this case, I would get 1 nail, 2 planks of wood. And I'm just going to start filling those in. So I can work on whatever I want to, but I could do this one up here. 2 planks of wood and the nail. I just color them in to know that I've gathered those goods. And we continue going. Once I've finally rolled enough to fill something in completely, that building is built. And I am going to write it into my my little ranch here anywhere I'd like to. It shows you what the building looks like. So let's say I want to put that building right here. I would sketch that in like so. And these two at the top have a special ability. Well, as soon as you complete one, you denote which of the two special abilities below it you would like to activate. This barn gives me one of two possible powers. Whenever doubles are rolled on the dice, I can either take 2 planks of wood, or whenever doubles are rolled, I can rescue a chicken. The one below it, same thing. When doubles are rolled, I get a nail, or when doubles are rolled, I get to write any animal using any number. Okay? So I will go ahead and take, let's say, this one. I would just denote that that's the one I unlocked. The next two are barns, these down here, and when you complete those, then you've unlocked a special ability you may use twice in the game. You can cross out one of these to use an animal rolled, but a different number. The one below that, same thing, but the reverse. You can use a number rolled, but you choose the animal. Also, these are going to give you victory points depending on where you drew them per the size of the enclosure they are in. So, for example, if I end up with one right here, then I am going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points for that. The last 3 down here are greenhouses, and they are very simple. For the number you build, you are going to get victory points. If you build a single one, this is all featured right here, by the way. If you build a single one, you are going to get 5 victory points. If you build 2, you get 12. If you build all 3, you get 20 points. And you would write that in there. And then the final thing is simply your bonus card. For your bonus card, if you complete one or both of the assignments there, you get some bonus points as well. Having 10 piggies in my board, or having built 4 or more buildings on the board, I would get some victory points for that. You sum all of this together, you figure out what your final score is right here, and you have yourself a winner. That's all there is to it. So let's go back up top. Let me tell you more about it. All right, that is Rolling Ranch, so let's talk about it, okay? I'm going to start with the things that I thought were just so-so. There's nothing really bad in this game that I would say gets a negative from me, but there's a couple of things that are just all right, and then I'll finish with all of the great stuff. We'll finish strong, all right? So, the replayability, I think it's good, but it's not infinite or anything. You have the pad of paper of ranches has one side is all the same, and then the other side you'll have 5 different kinds of buildings. So if you want to play where everyone has a different layout, you would just make sure that everybody has one of those 5 boards, and therefore your ranches will be a little bit different. That's nice, but you are it doesn't really matter too much. You are largely doing the same things in the game. And then the tactics strategy, that's all right. The buildings are fun, I like that you have a few different buildings with a few different powers, but there's not a lot of deep-reaching strategy here. You are sometimes holding out for a roll that you want to use. You need that last pig. It's not coming up. Now you can work on one of those buildings, right? That give you the ability to mitigate the dice rolling a couple of times in the game anyway. But that's still circumstantial. So it's fun. It's got good strategy, but again, not a particularly deep game, which is fine. It's a roll and write game. Things I really did like. It's got a very cute theme. I love the theme in this. I like that they even give you the little aid as to what symbols denote what animals. If you had to jot in, doodle in the animal, that might be a little too messy. So a little square, a little circle, the triangle chicken, done. I like that very much. It's got a very good look. The aesthetics here are fantastic. Dice are quite well made. The look of everything is bright but clean, very usable, very happy with the production here. The length is great. The game's it's not that it's not too long, it's that I actually was worried it might be too short, but it actually it did not feel that way. The board fills up, that's when the game end is triggered, and I was concerned it might be very quick, but it actually was a nice length. It gives you enough time where you can start thinking about, where you can feel invested in some of the buildings, because they might take a while to build. So I liked it. And then lastly, just the fact that it is so easy to play. It's a roll and write with a theme on top of it that makes sense, that works well, and it's very easy to play on top of that. making groups of animals in your little pens, scoring for the harder to get animals. You get more points for those. You might be forced to later in the game especially to combine different animals in the same pen, which is a point penalty. You know, you're not going to get as many points for that, but you might be forced to do so. I really thought it was nice. And the fact that when you make a building, you have to draw it in also will mess with the math a little bit, giving you a little more variability in the game. This is an adorable roll and write game. I really recommend it. If you enjoy the genre, or if you are someone that hasn't been attracted to the genre yet because you find it all so very abstracted, you know, rolling dice, writing down numbers, this one does not have any of that, really. You are filling in pens with animals and building little structures. Really fun stuff. So this one's going to get a seal of approval from me. Definitely recommend it. Again, if you're a fan of the genre or want to try something in it with a little, you know, more theme, a little cuter, a little more engaging perhaps. Rolling Ranch, seal of approval. Thanks for checking this out with me. I'm going to see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com.